Big Ed Brown has been a regular on 90 Day, The Single Life, and though he's off the market after getting engaged to Liz Woods, he's had several cringy moments on the 90 Day Fiancé spin-off that viewers will never forget. Fans were first introduced to Ed on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Day Season 4, when he was dating Rosemary Vega. Though viewers took a shine to Rose, Ed quickly received criticism for his controversial words and actions on the show. Fans were thrilled that Rose dumped Ed at the end of Before the 90 Days, but they were disappointed when he joined a cast of The Single Life Season 1. On the new spin-off, Ed looked for love again, and he thought he had found it with his restaurant server friend Liz. However, their relationship fizzled out, and on The Single Life Season 1 tell-all, viewers were horrified by the claims Liz made about Ed. The once again single Ed was included in the Single Life Season 2 cast, much to fans' irritation. Ed dated a few women throughout Season 2, but he didn't get serious with any of them. Instead, in the finale, Ed revealed that he and Liz reconciled and had gotten engaged. Though the couple are regularly dragged online, they appear to be happy together and are planning a wedding. Ed most likely won't be on The Single Life again, but he had many embarrassing and memorable scenes during Seasons 1 and 2. Big Ed's back hair removal. At the start of The Single Life Season 1, Ed prepared for his return to the dating world with some hair removal, specifically back hair. Viewers were disgusted as they watched the 90 Day Fiancé franchise star's mother apply nair to her son's back and later scrape it off. It was surprising that Ed would agree to film something that fans would find so gross, but then again, this is the man who introduced the franchise to hair mayo. Big Ed and Liz Woods' cringy first kiss. When Ed and Liz started dating, it seemed like Ed was far more attracted to Liz than she was to him. At the end of one of their dates, Ed went in for a first kiss, and it didn't go well. The awkwardness was palpable as Liz quickly turned her head to deflect Ed's advances, though many viewers reveled in seeing Ed get rejected like that. A lot of fans were certain that Ed and Liz's budding relationship wouldn't survive such an embarrassing moment so early on. Big Ed's first date post Liz Woods. After an emotional breakup with Liz following The Single Life Season 1, Ed decided to get right back on the horse in Season 2. He got a snazzy new haircut and a wardrobe refresh and went out on his first date with a woman since the breakup. Unfortunately for Ed and his date, it was probably too soon for Ed to be pursuing a romantic relationship, and he ended up crying in front of his thoroughly embarrassed date. Carrie shuts Big Ed down. Later on in Season 2, Ed briefly dated a Mexican woman named Carrie. However, the two had a major language barrier, and Ed couldn't even pronounce her name correctly. Pretty much all of Ed and Carrie's dates on The Single Life were awkward disasters, but the most embarrassing one for Ed was during one night out when Carrie pretty much told him to shut up. She was tired of his constant chatter, and that's even without knowing what he was saying. Carrie ended up ghosting Ed, and it was all pretty cringy, yet oddly satisfying to watch. If Ed and Liz end up tying the knot, viewers won't be seeing either one of them on 90 Day, The Single Life ever again, which is music to many fans' ears. Though he gets some of the most criticism of perhaps any franchise cast member, there's no denying that he's often very compelling on TV, especially when he's the butt of the joke. These memorable moments will go down as some of the most embarrassing in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise.